Hello students, welcome once again to another class with Mr. Ola. Today we are going to be talking about minor scales, specifically harmonic minor scales. So remember that we said minor scales, that we have three types of minor scales. We have the natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor scales. Okay, so we dealt with natural minor previously. Okay, maybe I should touch it so we can recall. We dealt with natural minor scales, then we also have the harmonic minor and melodic minor. Okay, so we are focusing on how to find them from a major scale, from a given major scale. Okay, so you remember that we said for the natural minor scale, if you want to get it from a major scale that you are given, you use a formula, and that formula is flat. You flatten the third note, you flatten the sixth note, and you also flatten the seventh note. Again, you flatten the third note, flatten the sixth note, and flatten the seventh note. Okay, so for example, let's have a major scale now. Okay, so we have it here, a major scale now. Now, a major scale, the major scale is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. That's A major scale. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. Now, if you want to find the natural minor scale, we are going to flatten number 3, number 6, and number 7. Okay, so what does it mean to flatten a note? Now, we have accidentals in music. We have a sharp, we have a flat. Now, the sharp increases a note by a semitone or a half step, while the flat reduces the note by a semitone or half step. Okay, so let's use this keyboard to understand what that means. So now if you look at the keyboard, we have C, we have D, we have E, we have F, we have G, we have A, and we have B. You know, we remember that we said that they have two names. So one name is a sharp, one name is a flat. Now, if I'm moving from C to C sharp, that is a semitone. From C sharp to D, that's another semitone. But if I move from C to D is a tone. Okay, so the simple analogy I use is that a movement where you leave a note in between is a tone, but a movement where nobody is in between, that is a semitone. So let's look at it now. From C to C sharp, that is a what? A semitone, because nobody is in between them, right? But from C to D, this one is a tone, right? Because we will leave C sharp in the middle. We have a black note in the middle. Okay, so also if I move from C sharp to D sharp, that's also a tone, because D is in the middle of C sharp and D sharp. Can we see that? Do we get that? All right, good. So if you look at E and F now, E and F is a semitone because there's nobody in between them. Okay, so this keyboard is not complete, but also B to C is also a semitone. It's a naturally occurring semitone because there is no notes in between them. So E and F, no notes in between. B and C, no notes in between. Those are the only two naturally occurring semitones, but the others will have a sharp or a flat. Do you understand? Okay, so now we have the notes. We have the key, the major key, A major. We have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. So now we want to find a natural minor. Let's do natural minor first. Then we'll come to harmonic minor, and we'll also do melodic minor at once. Okay, all right. So now for the natural minor, for me to get this, I have to flatten number 3, I have to flatten number 6, and I have to flatten number 7. Okay, here is number 3, this is number 6, and this is number 7. Okay, so for the formula of a natural minor, I must take number 3, number 6, and number 7. I must take them back by a half step. That's, I must flatten each of them. So let's look at our keyboard now. So flattening means I'm taking it back by one step. So look at C sharp now. if C sharp goes back by one step, it will come to what? To C. Are we there? I say that if I take C sharp backwards, it will come to what? To C, right? If I take the sixth now, which is F sharp, if I take it back, it becomes what? F. If I take G sharp back, it becomes what? G. Are we there? Okay, so now the new scale would be, okay, so this will be A natural minor. So our answer will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. So no more sharp in the scale. This is A. This one now is A natural minor. Okay, let's now look at it for harmonic minor now. Now for the harmonic minor, the formula is flat 3 and 6. So for this one, we'll pick the third note and the sixth note and flatten them. Okay, are we there? Alright, so we just pick the third note and the sixth note and flatten them. So we have no business with the seventh note for this one. Alright, so let's look at that too. Okay, so let's look at the example that we have here. Now this one says find the harmonic minor scale of the following: key A and key B flat. So let's look at A now. So first things first is to find out the major scale. So A major scale is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. Alright, so now if we want to find the harmonic minor, we must target number 3 and number 6. So we need to flatten the two of them. Okay, so it says flattening a note means we are taking the note backwards by a word semitone. Now using the keyboard, we want to take C sharp back and F sharp. So alright, so C sharp now, if I take C sharp backwards, it will come to what? To C. Let's look at F sharp. If I bring F sharp, this F sharp here backwards, it becomes what? F. C sharp will come back to C. So now our new scale will now be A harmonic minor. Now will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, and E. You can see that this is different from the natural minor. The natural minor was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. But this one has a G sharp. Can we see that? Alright, so it's different. Let's look at the second example, B flat now. So the first thing is the major scale. So B flat major scale is B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. Right? So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so after you have done your numbering, I did the numbering for you here. After you have done your numbering, next thing is to locate number 3 and number 6. That's for because we are doing what? Harmonic minor. Okay, so number 3 is D, number 6 is G. Okay, so now according to formula, we are supposed to flatten D and flatten G. Okay, so let's look at our keyboard now. Let's see where they will go. So our keyboard here, now we have D. Now if we flatten D, it's going to come back and become what? D flat. Can we see that? If we flatten our G, it will come to the back and become what? G flat. Now we won't write F sharp because the note is G. Do you understand? So it's G that we flattened. So we just put flat on it, it becomes G flat. Same thing for D. It's D we flattened. We just put a flat on it, it becomes what? D flat. We won't write C sharp. Do you understand? Now, because if we write C sharp, then we are going to be repeating letters in that scale. And remember that in scales, we don't repeat letters. Alright? We don't repeat letters. Okay? So, good. So, our new scale now will be what? B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A, and B flat. It's actually simple. Okay. So yes, so this is basically all for harmonic minor. Let's drive straight to melodic minor. Let's just go to melodic minor. Now for melodic minor. For a melodic minor scale, the formula is different. Now remember that all scales have ascending order and descending order. Are you there? Ascending order meaning maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Descending order will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this A major scale that we have here, this is ascending order: A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. You can see that it's going higher. Now if it's descending, it will be coming to the back from the highest to the lowest. So it will now become, for the descending order will be A, descending order will be A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, and A. Are we there? Now, melodic minor has a different scale for descending order. So the ascending order for melodic minor is different from the descending order. Are we there? So for ascending order, we will only flatten the third notes, only third notes. But for descending order, we will flatten the third, the sixth, and the seventh. Again, for melodic minor, the ascending order formula for ascending order is different from the formula for descending order. For the ascending order, it will be flattening only the third. But for the descending order, we will flatten the third and the third, the sixth, and the seventh, just like in natural minor. Are we there? Okay, so now let's look at an example. Now let's look at this A major again. Now this is A major scale. We have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. Are we good? All right. Now, so to find the melodic minor ascending order, now we will only flatten number 3, and number 3 note here is C sharp, right? Okay, so that means we are going to take C sharp backwards by a semitone. So okay, let me just give you this clue. If a note has a sharp on it already, if you want to flatten it, it will become the ordinary note. So example, C sharp will become, if you flatten C sharp, it will become C. If you flatten F sharp, it will become F, the ordinary note. But if the note does not have a sharp on it, if you are going to flatten it, it will put a flat on the head. It just put a flat on this head. That's all. Are we there? If a note has a flat already, and you want to flatten it again, so it will have a double flat. Sorry. So that was, for example, if I have B flat and I want to flatten it, it will become B flat, double flat. Are we there? Okay, so that's the simple logic here now. So C sharp now, if you flatten C sharp, like I said, if it has a sharp, if you want to flatten it, it will become the natural notes, which is ordinary C. So C sharp now will become ordinary C. So now our new scale for the ascending order of the melodic minor will be A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. You can see that in this one, we have no business with here. We have no business with what? With the F sharp, the 6th notes and 7th notes. No business at all. Only what? The 3rd note. But for the descending order, now that is different. For the descending order, we have to flatten number 3, number 6, and number 7. We did this before when we were treating the natural minor. Number 6 is C sharp. If you flatten it, it becomes ordinary C. Number 3 rather. Number 6 is F sharp. If you flatten F sharp, it becomes what? Ordinary F. Number 7 is G sharp. If you flatten G sharp, it becomes what? Ordinary G. Are we there? Okay, so the 3 notes flattened. Alright, so our new scale now will become A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Now notice that this scale is written from the top down because it is what? Descending. So it's going down. But when it was ascending, it was A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. That one was going up. Descending is coming back, so we start from their last note back. And then we flatten number 7, we flatten number 6, and then we flatten number 3. Good? Alright, let's look at another example. Let's look at B flat. Now, according to the formula, we need to, for B flat now, we have the scale B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat, right? Okay, so according to the formula, for the ascending order of the melodic minor, we must flatten number 3, right? Okay, and number 3 here is D. So if you flatten D, what did I say before? I said if the note does not have a sharp or a flat on it, if you are going to flatten it, it will become, you put a flat on the head simply. Just simply put a flat on the head. Okay, so now this one now will become, the new scale will become, for the ascending order will be B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. All we did was add a flat to D. For the descending order, we have to flatten number 3, number 6, and number 7, right? And then we'll write the notes backwards. Is it not? Okay, so beautiful. So now that will be what? Our D will turn to D flat. Our G will turn to G flat. Our A will turn to A flat. Okay, so if we write our new scale, alright, so our new scale will now become what? B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E flat, D flat, C, and B flat. So you can see that we have changed our A from ordinary A to what? A flat. Our G from ordinary G to G flat. Our D from ordinary D to what? D flat. Okay, beautiful. This is quite straightforward, right? So a quick recap for the minor scales. For natural minor, when we get our major scale, flatten the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. For natural minor, the ascending order is the same as descending order, so there's no problem with the formula. For harmonic minor, you flatten only the 3rd and the 6th. For that one, also ascending order is uses the same formula as descending order, so no problem. Now for the melodic minor, the melodic minor is the one that is different. For ascending order of melodic minor, you flatten only the 3rd, but for the descending order, you flatten the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. Clear, right? Okay, study this. Let me know if you have any other if you have questions. Attempt the classwork, the exercises, and let me see what you can do. All right, bye for now.